happy 4th of July to all of you here from Buffalo, New York in the new shiny digs of the 4-time defending champion Queen City Corsairs. I am Cameron Irvine here at Compro Field alongside Mark Lopez. And the two most winningest franchises in the SFL, the 64-win Queen City Corsairs, the 50-win Tallahassee Pride. Welcome to Buffalo. Settle in and enjoy some SFL football. Mark, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm wonderful, Cam. You're right. These two teams, these are the powerhouses of the SFL. Cam, some might say, is this just a preseason game? But I'm telling you, Cam, these two teams will not meet in the regular season. This is more than a preseason game. This is their only chance to prove which of Tallahassee or Queen City is the better team this season.
Coin toss on the field. Tallahassee and they're all whites this evening, this late setting evening, and Queen City in their home all black uniforms. Jay and Yola and the Pride win the toss. They will receive. Corsairs will defend the south as we get going here on the SFL Network on YouTube. Preseason action rolls on through this 4th of July week, and we're excited and ready to go. Ball on the tee for Ricky Matthews. Preseason July 4th edition. Kick it! We're underway. That's from the 7-yard line. And Tallahassee will get it up to the 26-yard line. On the return was Billy Joe Black. And out comes Christian Christensen, the most valuable player of season 10.
Yeah, he is the MVP last season. He is the #1 in passing yards, #1 in passing touchdowns, #1 in yards per attempt among all quarterbacks. Man, he's going to be looking to make a repeat season this year.
Jay Yola, the new and improved top offensive weapon in the running game for Tallahassee. Christensen's going to start with a throw, pump fake, head as he threw and decked. That was Koa Kaleo. Check that. That was Richie Phillips wearing Koa Kaleo's old number, getting in on the pressure on Christensen to force the incompletion.
Man, good defensive effort by the defense there.
Second and 10 on the 26. Ball on the right hash, and Christensen's going 4 wide. He's not messing around. Ken Gossett, bottom of the screen. Duke Wilson, top of the screen against a dime look for Queen City. Christensen changes the play at the line. Back to pass against the 4-man rush. Flips it outside to Gossett, who taps the toes for a 5-yard gain. Early 3rd down coming up.
And this is what Tallahassee was really good last season, is to get those completions, those yards through passes. And yeah, they're going to look to do it this game. They're going to look to do it all game, all season.
3rd down and the clock ticking. Just getting started here in Buffalo. The only preseason game on the schedule today. And a 7-step deep drop from Christensen. He's going to hurl it way down the field, wide open. It wasn't. Drop the pass. Duke Wilson. Boy, wake up. The season's just around the corner, and Tallahassee's going to have to punt it away.
That is such a shame. Duke Wilson, great effort by him to get himself open downfield. If he made that catch, I'm sure that could have been a touchdown. Boy, what a miss.
Man, I know it's hard to win in Buffalo, but my goodness. Tallahassee with a blown opportunity. And the Pride will have to punt it away. Disappointing start for Tallahassee. Of course, neither of these teams really get energy or excitement out of the preseason. They're used to winning all season long, as that is returned by Dupree Hudson, the new wide receiver on this Queen City Corsair roster, 6'2", 215, and A.J. Caswell comes out at quarterback. Ash Odom, the Pro Bowl MVP in the backfield in the split back set. Odom will get the carry, running down the middle, and Kevin Bain is there to meet him. Excellent play by Bain in the backfield.
And this is what made Tallahassee a killer team last year. It's their frontline defense. Man, they stop runs, they stop it yards behind the line of scrimmage. They show it right here.
Kevin Bain on that defensive front with Taekwon Hale and E.J. DeQ, a newcomer at defensive tackle. Also, the veteran Hunter Norwood is on the line, and Odom's not going anywhere. No gain, trying to go up the middle again, and this time it's Preston, check that, Taekwon Hale on the tackle as Preston Ingram tried to wiggle his way into the broadcast.
Cam, you might be surprised why they went with Ash Odom for 2 plays in a row, where quarterback AJ Caswell has 3-star receivers on his end. We'll see what they plan to do this time.
Yeah, I think they're going to figure that out as Caswell throws outside, but running out of real estate is Hudson on the far side, and he runs into Duke Wilson and says, hey, that's how to make a catch. Pick up a 5, 4th down.
Fortunately for them, they will have to turn this ball over back to Tallahassee.
So Queen City going to punt it away, back to the Pride as both teams go 3 plays, 5 yards, and kick the ball away. Mark, you were telling me a little bit about your history before the broadcast. Fascinating stuff. You mind sharing with everyone what your history is about? You're not the typical, I grew up in this space.
No.
Oh, no, hold on just a second. There's a fumble. On the return, the ball is still loose, and Queen City recovers at the 21-yard line. Recovered by number 92, John Setzer. And just when you think a game is not entertaining, you get that as that ball was fumbled by Matthew Sprouse, the newcomer for the Pride.
I have no words for that turn of events, Cam. That was an error and a good play on both sides of the team, on both sides of the court.
Boy, Tallahassee still looks like they got a championship hangover. Wilson dropped a wide-open touchdown, and Sprouse fumbles on his first punt return. And here the handoff goes to Odom running left. Odom breaks a tackle, and Norwood cleans him up at the 18-yard line. 2nd down and 8 in the red zone.
A decent rushing attempt by Ash Odom. Ash Odom, last season, he had the #1 in rushing yards, 1,734. His career high, though, was 2,015 in Season 9.
Whew. 2,000 yards in 12 games. What a beast. 2nd down and 8. 8.5 to go in the first. Line shifts from right to left. Caswell drops to throw. Caswell going down the middle of the field. The end zone caught. Touchdown! Queen City's on the board first, and that is Dupree Hudson. He has been active early and often, and Queen City takes advantage of the Sprouse turnover.
AJ Caswell showing early that he is the hungrier player, hungrier quarterback this game. Tallahassee has to punch back.
So extra point coming for Matthews. All right, Mark, I don't think we're going to get anything crazy on this play. Why don't you share that story again?
A little bit about my background. Some might not find it interesting, but here it goes anyway. I was born in the Philippines, but when I was 4 months old, my family and I moved to Saudi Arabia, and that's where I grew up 16 years of my life before coming over now, where I live in Canada. Toronto represent, and that's where I've been living for the past 7 years.
So from the Philippines to Saudi Arabia to Canada, a pretty unique story. Everybody's got a story here in the SFL, and the early story of this game is that Queen City is taking advantage of Tallahassee mistakes. This is a return from the 10 by Black, and Black's going to not reach the 30 out of the 29-yard line. 8:20 to go in the first, very early. It's just preseason, but you'd like to see something positive here out of the Pride on this next possession.
Well, yeah, it is just a preseason, but you'd think that Tallahassee would be hungrier after their loss in the last championship game. We're going to see how things turn out on their offense this time around.
All right, 1st and 10 from the 29, out of the eye, 3 wide receivers for Christensen. And Christensen drops to throw, fires deep to the left side, pass is caught, double coverage by Ken Gossett. Gossett makes his 2nd grab of the day, and he was blanketed by Zane Doty down the field, and Gossett picks up a 1st down.
Ken Gossett is a premier catcher. See right there, he catches it despite being covered by what? Two people. Last season, he had 19 yards per reception, and he's looking to do the same this game.
That was Oscar Dunkley down the field in more physical coverage than Doty, but he was in the area. First down and 10 at the 47 now, Queen City, and the handoff goes to Inyola for the first time today. Carry the ball with the left hand, breaks the tackle. Inyola switches hands, 30, 25 down to the 23-yard line. Wrestled down there after a move of the chains, and a lot of yards picked up for the Pride.
You said, Cam, he's a much improved running back, and you see the results of his training right here. He battering rams through multiple people, and he managed to stay extra yards as he's taken down the field.
Doty made the tackle. I believe that was Avery King getting embarrassed visually. 7.5 to go in the first. And Tallahassee is punching back. Well, this is shaping up to be a pretty exciting preseason game here on YouTube. 3 receivers, 2 to the right for Christensen. He'll drop the throw. Christensen down the middle of the field. Pass caught to the 5-yard line. Duke Wilson over the outstretched hands of the defense. And that's a 1st and goal for Tallahassee.
And that's the number 1 and number 2 wide receivers doing work. The number 1, number 2 in season 10 wide receivers. Duke Wilson, he's the number 2 in yards, just behind Ken Gossett.
Number 26, I believe, Morris Gibson, got a couple of 24s on the roster. But it's 1st and goal at the 5, 6:55 to go in the first. Queen City's up 7, but Tallahassee is threatening. Out of the eye, handoff Inyola. Running behind the fullback, Jay Inyola is not going to get in. Picks up 4. Good run up the middle. And the tackle cleaned up by Nacho Sicario.
Yeah, good run down the middle. And Nacho Sicario, good effort to stop the play just behind the end zone.
2nd down and goal from the 1-yard line. Line shifts. Avery King showing blitz. Handoff on the counter. Jay Inyola not going to make it. Loss of 1. 3rd and goal at the 2. Wrestled down by James Budden at inside linebacker.
That was good. That was good defensive coordination to recognize that they were going for a run play again.
3rd down and goal now. Wilson in his familiar spot at the top. Inyola the lone back. Dime look for Queen City. They got 8 of their 11 players standing in the end zone. Christensen 3-step drop. He's got pressure at his feet. Fires back to the end zone. Dropped again. And that'll settle for a field goal as the drop was made by Jason Stackhouse at tight end. And Tallahassee will have to bring special teams out.
That is such a shame. He had the ball in his hands. He just couldn't complete the catch. They're going to put them 4 points down.
So this will be a 19-yard field goal for Tallahassee. Chip shot. Extra point, really. And that field goal is up and good from the kicker, Richard Douglas. It's Queen City 7 and Tallahassee 3. Now a word from the SFL.
Follow the SFL on Twitter at SimulationFL, on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels. You're already here, right? Might as well stay tuned. Get league updates on your phone while browsing the internet, and make sure you never miss a live broadcast. Thank you for supporting the SFL.
From the 10-yard line, first kickoff return of the day for Queen City's Kyrie Tate, the former Indianapolis Red Devil, staying in his conference and wearing black and green. All right, Mark, wild first half of the first quarter here. What are your impressions?
It's actually good effort on both teams' offenses. It's just that Queen City has been converting and making the more crucial plays.
3 receivers, Caswell straight back, fires down the field into traffic, nearly intercepted off the hip of a defender. Chris Curtis was the intended target. Atkins and company in coverage. 2nd down.
Good defensive effort. By the way, Tallahassee, they have 4-star secondary players right now. They have Alex Bond, as you've mentioned, and Michael Sprouse, and they covered that play real well.
5:39 to go in the first quarter. Alongside Mark Lopez, I'm Cameron Irvine. 3 wide for Caswell. Hand off to Odom, who hasn't done much today except for that 1 long run. Picks up 4. And in to make the tackle was Taekwon Hale. Update on the stats. Christensen 3 of 6 for 47 yards, but 2 of those 3 incompletions were drops. Ash Odom now 4 attempts for 7 yards on everything else besides his monster game. Third down and 6 from the 33. Caswell fires it all the way across the field. Odom, no, it's not. Odom makes the catch, and it's a 2-yard gain. At least Odom was able to make something out of that, but Queen City's offense stalls out again, and really, Queen City hasn't gotten too much going, except for the Tallahassee mistake.
I think this is
actually, so hold on, Mark. Okay. I wanted to make a correction there. It was Yola with that big run. I don't think we've seen Odom bounce anything out at all, as Scott LaRue updates me on the stat sheet. Go ahead, Mark.
Okay, no, I was saying the story of this game has been just a mistake, capitalizing on mistakes. Queen City has capitalized on that fumble off of the punt off of their punt. And Tallahassee had capitalized, or they were capitalized even more on the drops, which is what brought us to this situation. Queen City up 7-3.
First and 10 at the 31 for Tallahassee. This is their 3rd possession. Punted on the first. I'm not counting the fumble as a possession. And they got a field goal on the second. Christensen out of the gun with 4 wide. Back to pass. And floats it near side to Ken Gossett, who picks up 5 yards. And Ricky Matthews slows him down on the sideline.
He could have spun the other way and made extra yards, but a good amount of yards taken anyway.
Caswell's 3 of 4 for 24 yards. Dupree Hudson active in his debut. 2 catches, 23 yards, and a touchdown for Queen City. Scott LaRue on stats today. Stat team has done an excellent job throughout the preseason. 4.5 to go in the first. 2nd down and 5 at the 35, and Christensen will throw again. Christensen deep drop back, has plenty of time. Good pocket, dropped again. Stackhouse has the drop seize, 3rd down.
And again, that's the Queen City secondary putting pressure on the receivers. And that might be the reason why they're making these drops.
3rd down and 5. Haven't seen as much from Ignola as I thought we might here in this first quarter. 4:22 to go. Achilles Frank in the chat. He's playing in his first unofficial SFL game as Ignola hand off and get Avery King out of the way. Boy, did Avery King lose a bet. Tallahassee moves the chains.
And that's why you're seeing we were not seeing much, but on the one time that the one few times we see him, he does the big play. He gets the 1st down for Tallahassee.
34 yards on 4 carries for Ignola here in the first quarter, and he looks to be worth every penny. Tallahassee investing more in their run game, it would appear, this season. 1st and 10 at the 42 as the Pride continue to move the ball well as Ignola picks up just a couple. Nice job wrapping him up by Phillips, and it brings up 2nd and
8. I agree, Cam, that Ignola is going to make every penny count, and I think that's what Tallahassee is going to look to do, is to make his running game a complement to their already stellar passing game. They might want to make the defense honest.
Christensen deep, that ball knocked away. I don't know how that didn't get intercepted. Avery King initially got a finger to it. That pass tipped away to Doty. Gossett's been targeted already 5 times here in the first quarter, and Queen City forces a pivotal 3rd down.
Again, that's the secondary again doing the work. And I think that's what they need in order to stop this Christensen super quarterback.
3rd down and 8. Christensen empty. Dime look again for Queen City. Out of the gun, Christensen. Deep ball. Gossett caught it again and makes the corner look silly. 10-5 and tackled there. And Tallahassee's going no huddle.
Boy, that was good effort to run down the field and get extra yards, but set them up for a touchdown.
Oscar Dunkley making the rookie mistake on the near side as everybody trying to catch up to the play, including Christensen, who says, I'm too good to run, as he struts back into the picture. 1st and goal at the 5. Big number 13 into the end zone. Touchdown right on the money to Duke Wilson, and Tallahassee takes the lead.
Wow, and this puts them up on top of Queen City. They have now set their engines rolling. They are going to look to continue this, and we're going to see if they can translate success in the offense into success in the defense.
What a dime from Christensen, 6 of 11, 108 yards, and a touchdown. And Tallahassee takes the lead with 2:47 to go in the first quarter. The kicker for Tallahassee, a non-contract player, Richard Douglas. The SFL 12 players get that cash. Douglas not one of them, but puts it through in the extra point. He's already got a field goal as well. And 2:47 to go in the first. Tallahassee's up 10-7. Coming up tomorrow on the SFL Network at 2 o'clock, the Atlanta Swarm host the Baltimore Vultures as Baltimore returns to the SFL. And then at 6, the Oklahoma City Renegades at the San Francisco Sharks. Doubleheader of action with a dinner break in the middle with a number of our great commentators on the call for that one. So join us tomorrow as the preseason hits the back nine here today with Hump Day, as it's not going much anywhere for Tate. Returns up with 28. And the Corsairs will have to come back out. Had all the momentum early, and they haven't had much late.
No, but I think they still have the tools, they still have the weapons in order to get back into this game.
So first down to the 28-yard line. Exciting preseason game with 4 wide now for Caswell. Is Queen City going to spread it out? Curtis doesn't have a catch in the first quarter. And Caswell floats in middle, wide open. Really good job by Caswell standing in the pocket. That pass is caught by Jones Branch, alone in the slot to move the chains.
Yeah, that is indeed a good dime right there. Caswell, by the way, he is looking to be reaching his 10,000 milestone yards this season. He already has 8,130 in his career.
Shout out in the chat, Michael Sprouse, Frank Gooden, Christian Christensen, Amon Simeon, Tanner Hendricks, Eric Dahlquist, Tristan Carr, I should say, and many others. That pass is caught by the former Mike Daggs. I don't think Mike Daggs is still on the team anymore. 2nd and 3.
His spiritual successor.
Preseason.
Yeah.
Hashtag preseason. 2nd down, 1:45 to go in the first. Odom's in the backfield, has been quiet, takes the handoff, and Odom again is blitzed by that defensive line up front. This time, E.J. DeQ is there to make his inaugural tackle, 3rd down.
E.J. DeQ, man, look forward to what he can do on the field. He is a talented pickup by the Queen City, and I think the coaches, the owners have put a lot of trust into him, into making, you know, these big defensive plays, as we saw it there.
3rd down and 3 at the 47. 3 receivers all to the bottom of the screen, and Caswell shuffles his feet around and completes a pass to Tate. Right over the outstretched hands of the defense up at the Tallahassee 39-yard line. Alex Bond makes the tackle. Queen City 1st down.
It looked like Tate was standing there for 5 whole seconds with no one covering him. I wonder if we can get to see that over here. Yeah, he is. It's like he has been there just waiting, and no one was there until the last second.
Matthew Sprouse having a tough go. Michael Sprouse in the chat. Needs to get his brother a motivational speech. 1st and 10 at the 39. Out of the gun for Caswell. Going to take off and run. Caswell 35-30. And Caswell slides at the point of the slide is where they mark the ball just shy of the 1st down. But Caswell picks up 10.
Boy, oh boy. Caswell showing all his talents. And right there, he shows that he can scramble and run with the ball.
2nd and inches at the 30. 18 seconds to go in the first. I've seen all the preseason games here so far, and this has been one of the most thrilling as the handoff goes to Odom, and Odom is going to get 2 yards blown up in the backfield, and really good job by Tallahassee's linebackers making that play.
Indeed.
That's the end of the first quarter of play here on the SFL Network on YouTube. Your score is Tallahassee 10, Queen City 7. This is the SFL Network on YouTube, presented by APM Music. 3rd down and 2. 4 down lineman for Tallahassee. Odom in the backfield. Just got blown up. 2nd inches play. They're going to try him one more time, and Odom's got a 1st down. Bond and Sprouse on the tackle. Queen City keeps the ball moving.
Adam, he makes up for his getting tackled in the last play and rewards their team in the 1st down.
Caswell 6 of 7 for 57 yards and a touchdown in that 1st quarter. 139 QBR. 2 receivers split out wide. 7 in the box for the Pride. 2 in the backfield. Queen City going to right hash. Caswell 3-step drop, fires down the field. Caught again for a 1st down at the 10-yard line. 16-yard pickup. And I'm trying to get a name on the back of that jersey. I know it's not Daggs. 1st and goal at the 10. And yeah, that's going to have to get cleaned up. I see you, Prez. I tell you what, Mike Daggs is so dang selfish that he just wants to be everywhere. Can't do that. Can't do that. 1st and goal at the 10. Hand off to Odom. Odom got a lot of room up the middle. Picks up 8. Mark, you're gonna talk to Daggs about this? I mean, he is the director of broadcasting. Man.
I know, yeah. I mean, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if he is in tomorrow's games.
You know what? I wouldn't either. Somebody gave him too much access.
Somebody stop the guy, yeah.
2nd down. Good run from Odom. Picks up 8. Now 18 yards on 8 carries. They're feeding him pretty good. Queen City staying as balanced as always. 8 runs, 8 passes here in the 1st half. 2nd and goal at the 2. The Corsairs trying to take the lead back. 2 in the backfield. And Caswell hands it off to Odom. And Ash Odom wiggles his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Queen City, and the Corsairs are on top.
This is a back and forth game. This is like 2 heavyweight boxers just slugging it out. Touchdown after touchdown. Boy, and it's still the 2nd quarter. We're not yet done with the 1st half.
This is crazy. You know, these teams are playing so well. I don't even know if Queen City and Tallahassee should be allowed to put custom playbooks in. I don't even think they need a coaching staff.
The players might as well coach, and they'd still win the championship.
I mean, look at it. They've been executing some outstanding football here at Con Pro Field, the newly renovated Con Pro Field. And they took out some seats and brought in a little, what do you call it? It's an atmosphere, I guess.
Sure, yeah.
And Queen City going after their 5th championship in 11 seasons.
Pretty impressive.
9:27 to go in the 1st half. Queen City kicks it away. This is Black from the 10. And Billy Joe will get tackled by the 1st person to meet him. That's number 95, Tyron Mendez. And it's 1st down for Christensen, as Max Paul would say.
That's a good way to put that.
AJ Levy in the chat. Who else did we miss earlier? CAG NFL is in the house. Bulldog lover, Scott LaRue. EJ DeQ, back to pass. Christensen fires down wide open. Ken Gossett. I mean, nobody on him. And they're only giving him 3 yards on that catch, but 5 catches for 87 yards now for Ken Gossett.
And Ken Gossett is showing why he is a powerhouse. Oh, by the way, last 2 games versus Queen City, Ken Gossett had 358 total yards, good for 19.89 per reception.
Man, tearing him up. He's got their number. 14-10 Corsairs on top, at least for now. As Christensen drops to throw, deep ball right side. And that pass is caught by Wilson. 40-30. Duke Wilson in a foot race. He won't be caught. Tallahassee's got another touchdown on the board early in the 2nd quarter.
And another haymaker from Tallahassee. They make it. It's another big point for them. Boy, Duke Wilson, he's so speedy on the field. He is as speedy as he was last season. He shows why everyone has to stop him. Look at this. 2 guys. Nope. You guys won't deny Duke Wilson.
I believe that was Frank Achilles possibly chasing him down. But anyway, hey, Damon Simeon couldn't make his flight. Thanks for the game. This is great.
This is great.
It's a lot of fun.
10 out of 10.
8:58. Yeah, 8:58 to go in the first half, and the Pride go back up. We've already had 3 different lead changes here. And, man, just as exciting as preseason can get.
Yeah, makes you look forward to the regular season.
Extra point is good. The Pride take on the Indianapolis Red Devils in a rematch of that classic playoff game in Week 1 at the convention. Sunday at 12 o'clock, Sunday, July 15th. Queen City takes on Houston right here at Compro Field in the Hall of Fame game Saturday night at 7 on Twitch. So both teams with 2 big Week 1 marquee matchups and just beating each other up right now here in the preseason from the 8-yard line. This is Tyree Tate. Tate gets out to the 28. Mark, what was your first game of the preseason? I know you had a call earlier this
I did,
this preseason.
Boy, I called Carolina versus Dallas. It was,
well, boy, we already have more points than that game had the whole game.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
31 here in the first half. Trips right, Caswell, area deep, you gotta be kidding me! Chris Curtis wide open, he's gonna be tackled at the 36-yard line by Alex Bond. Caswell's now over 100 yards and Queen City's got a first down.
Both teams are showing that even with default playbooks, they're gonna beat you, and that's why they are gonna tell teams, guys, fix your playbooks, because you're not gonna stop us with no default playbooks.
Ren Prasad in the chat, the Carolina Skyhawk. Welcome in. Plague 7 is here as well. Getting all the chat shoutouts. Realist is here as well. 8:20 to go in the first half. An exciting first half. Odom gets a block and in another. 20-15 turns on the Jets. Ash Odom down to the 4-yard line. And Alex Bond makes another touchdown-saving tackle. I'm not going to have enough voice for Week 1.
He just run that route so cleanly. A good effort though to stop that run just before the end zone. QCC is gonna make them work for this, or no? Queen City is the one going for the touchdown. Tallahassee is gonna make them work for their touchdown.
First and goal at the 4. Queen City has not even had the ball for 1 minute. They're already down to the 4-yard line. Hand off Odom on a trap, and Ash Odom's got another touchdown, getting dragged into the end zone from behind, and we have our 4th lead change of the first half.
It's like Hercules walking through, dragging the Lions behind him. Boy, Ash Odom, he's a beast.
Wow. Odom putting Queen City and that Tallahassee linebacker Carroll on his back. Odom now 56 yards on 11 carries, 2 touchdowns, and Caswell's 8 of 9. Chris Curtis, by the way, that was his first catch and went for 36 yards.
I think the last 3 drives for both teams have resulted in a touchdown.
Yeah, it's been touchdowns aplenty.
Touchdown City.
Extra point is good. 21-17. Queen City on top of Tallahassee. In a game between 2 of the most winningest franchises, or the 2 most winningest franchises in league history. Tallahassee has a ways to go for Queen City. I think if they're chasing records, they should just ask Queen City to take a season off. Corsairs is going to kick it away. And Black on the return will get past the 30. Good take back for Black up to the 33-yard line. And man, this is intense. Christensen back out there.
I'm gonna make a bold prediction and say that this drive is gonna lead to a touchdown.
Shadow Fox 37, you knew, brother? represent a player just with a different name around here. 7:54 to go in the second. Jay Anyola shakes it. Oh my goodness, Anyola gets away! Jay Anyola on the first play for Tallahassee is going to score again, and the Pride have the 5th lead change in the first half and the 3rd lead change in the last 3.5 minutes.
Good blocking and good effort by Jay Anyola to power through the defenders. He gets bumped once. Nope, nice block by his teammate, and he just drags the defender and gets loose. In the open field, no one's going to stop him. Touchdown.
Wow, Anyola, that was Avery King again. He has been picked up off his feet 3 different times in this first half.
Oh boy, this game is, yeah, as I said, 2 heavyweight boxers, haymaker after haymaker. Both teams are going to go down bloody at the end of the 4th.
Wowzer. 7:43 to go in the first half. This is, Mark, this is the craziest preseason game I think I've ever seen.
It's great. It's great that I'm casting it with you. This has been a great game so far.
I mean, for those of you that may be watching that are unfamiliar with the SFL in the preseason, you know, in the SFL, it's all about strategy and coaching and scouting. And these teams don't even have their custom game plans ready to go for week 1. They're still labbing in the front offices and in practice. And these teams are out here just having a good old time. And man, it's showing. Not for the defenses, obviously, as Kyrie Tate gets it up to 27. And Mark, if I was Frank Gooden or Eric Barkley right now, I'd be thinking, gee whiz, my defense is in trouble.
Well, to be fair, both teams have incredible offenses. It's no surprise that they're breaking through with these.
7:40 to go in the first half. A heavyweight fight here in the preseason. And A.J. Caswell drops it straight back, flips it out to Odom, who's looking for a block, got a broken tackle instead. Never got that block and picks up 9 yards on the play to the 35. Man, Mark, I'm with you. I just don't know what to say because it didn't result in a touchdown.
We'll see. I hope this becomes another touchdown. It's gonna make things even wilder than it already is.
Hand off, left side, Odom gets away. Odom breaks another tackle. Ash Odom, you've got to be kidding me. Big chase, 10-5 touchdown. Oh my word. V-A-N-A-N-A-S. Queen City with the 6th lead change of the game.
No words. I have run out of metaphors for this game. Boy, he's a speed devil, running down the field. Another touchdown. Scouts better watch out for this guy.
You're never going to finish. They're going to be popping fireworks as the sun goes down, and we're going to be here in the second quarter calling this game.
They're on pace to make 50 points this game.
Wow. Extra point is up and go for Queen City. 28-24. Let's catch our collective breath, and get a word from the SFL.
Join the world's fastest growing sim football community by jumping onto our Discord server. Use the Discord command in chat to keep up with schedules, news, notes, announcements, and polls. Jump off the sidelines and into the action. Here we're loading legends at the SFL.
Well, coming into the game, we had 5 preseason games go final. Only one of those games has had more points than this one. And we're not even to halftime.
No, it's like watching two warriors, one fighting with the lance, another with a sword. You know, Queen City has gotten 3 touchdowns off of their running. Tallahassee 2 touchdowns off of their passing. They're showcasing their strength. Boy, what a game to watch. Everyone, call your friends. Watch this game right now.
Christensen out to Jay and Yola, checks it down, and what a horrific 0-yard gain. Embarrassing.
Unacceptable. Should have gotten at least 5.
If you don't pick up 5 yards, you're cut. No more. Wow. 2nd down for the Pride. 28-24, Queen City on top. 3 receivers for Christensen. And a nickel look for the Corsairs. Handoff to Yola running right. Breaks the tackle, Jay and Yola, and he gets his legs taken out from under him by Avery King, who has just about had enough.
Oh boy, big hit. That running route, and Yola goes down. But it sets them up for a good chance to take another 1st down. Or maybe another touchdown.
Kansas Phoenix 901, Justin J. Wayne Schindler. I'm F and probably on the chat. There's an offside on Queen City. We'll do anything to stop the Pride offense at this point, and that's going to give Tallahassee a 1st down.
Neutral zone infraction, number 53, defense, 5-yard penalty, 1st down.
Offside is on Jeff Duffy, the star defensive end, 6'6", 300 on that Corsair front.
Right. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 40 alongside Mark Lopez. Filling in for Damon Simeon is Cameron Irvine, and oh man, this has just been amazing as Christensen fires it in the middle of the field, and that pass incomplete. Ill-advised throw from Christensen, his worst of the day. 2nd down for Christensen. That is incompletion number 6.
Ill-advised it may be, but it just shows how much Christensen has trust in his catchers to make the catch. Obviously, the Queen City defense, better effort to stop that play right there.
2nd down and 10, 5:43 to go in the 1st half. Out of the gun is Christensen. He'll hand it off to Yola on a counter. And Yola running right, got it the first couple of blocks, and then will power forward, but picks up 2. Duffy and Sicario combined for the stop, and Yola and Odom both over 100 yards rushing and averaging 10 yards a carry or more.
Yeah, these 2 guys are beasts. Look at that. It took 2 defenders to stop him. And even those 2 defenders took a whole, 5 seconds to bring him down.
Chat is buzzing. 3rd down and 8 at the 42. 4 receivers for Christensen. Christensen back to throw. Checks it down. That's not going to get it done. 4th down. Queen City gets a much-needed stop as that pass hauled in by Wes Turner, but 4 yards shy of the sticks.
The first drive that did not result in a touchdown. Unacceptable.
2nd quarter filled with 4th of July fireworks, making regular possessions seem just mundane.
By the way, the punt was about to be blocked.
Did look close. Hudson on the return up to the 23-yard line. Hudson was active early with a couple of catches and a touchdown, but has gone quiet since. Duke Wilson, 93 yards and 2 scores on 3 catches. Goss at 87 yards on 5 catches, and A.J. Caswell heads back out on the field 8 for 9 for 107 yards. Queen City, 235 yards of total offense. Tallahassee, 288. 1st and 10 at the 23, out of the gun for Caswell. And Caswell will drop the throw against the blitz, and he goes down for a sack. First sack of the day. And I believe getting in there first was Kevin Bain.
And I think the defense on both teams have woken up.
Well, that right tackle just whiffed. Missed everybody. Loss of 7. 2nd down and 17. Bain takes advantage. 4:10 to go in the 1st half. 28-24 Queen City. Thanks for joining us on your 4th of July. Really appreciate it. Back to pass, Caswell off his back foot, and it's knocked away. Really good defense down the field, and Bain applied the pressure, 3rd and long.
Yeah, good defense indeed. They stopped that play, and I think this might be the first consecutive drives with no touchdowns.
Tyrone Jones in the chat, Alex Bond 45 in the chat. Sebia 47 in the chat. 3rd down, 17. Caswell's in the gun. All by himself, 5-man rush, got to him. Right up the middle came Taekwon Hale. And Tallahassee not missing Mike Johnson here in the first half, and Queen City has to punt.
Cammy said the owners were going to be crying about their defense. Well, they're not crying now because the defense, Tallahassee's defense, have converted. They have gotten the ball back in order for their quarterback, Christensen, to make another attempt at hopefully another touchdown for themselves.
From the goal line, coming in to nearly block that. 45-yard line, not much on the return to the 47. Applying pressure to that punt was, I believe, R.J. Manley at corner. Thought it was Sprouse there for a second. Christensen comes back out, 3:44 to go in the first half, and we're all starting to settle in a little bit after these defenses needed a lot of adjusting. A bizarre first half, to say the least. 4 wide for Christensen, and Yola still with just 7 carries, takes a counter and gets hit in the backfield. And that was James Budden on the stop, 106 yards on 8 carries.
Yeah, good defensive effort right there. I just want to go back to AJ Caswell. He got 2 sacks in that last drive. Last season, he had 31 sacks. So, interesting sack magnet right there.
4 wide, Christensen to throw, far side and open, but out of bounds. Ken Gossett, boy, that looked like the patented route for Tallahassee from last season. Gossett, Christensen still a little rusty. ScoreStream is the official SFL scoring app. Make sure to download today on Google Play or in the iOS store. Track all of your favorite SFL teams and the live scoring updates. Scoring updater today getting work. Christensen's pass intercepted. A wobbly ball over the middle, picked off by Nacho Sicario, and Queen City's got another stop.
So that's now 3 consecutive stops by both teams. Boy, the defense definitely is on fire right now.
Scott LaRue, another guy who's having to work hard through all of these offensive fireworks. Taekwon Hale credited with a sack. Kevin Bain, EJ DeQ credited with half a sack here. Christensen is 10 of 18. Caswell 8 of 10. Back out on the field, Odom, 15 carries, 128 yards. This is carry number 14. He gets a stiff arm and running out of room, and eventually wrapped up by Matthew Sprouse. And Billy Joe Black actually got hurt, and he's out for the day.
That's not what you want to see in a preseason. It's usually a game for fun, a game to get everyone hyped. The injury is supposed to be in the bottom of your list of what you want to see here, but good things are going to be coming for him in his future, hoping for the best for that kid.
It'll be interesting to see who returns kickoffs now for Tallahassee. You never really know when the kick returner gets hurt. Odom takes the handoff and picks up 4. 3rd down and 4 coming up. Wrestled down by Tanner Hendricks at free safety. 2.5 to go. Caswell going under center. Nickel look for the Pride. Near that sordid Pirate. 50. Handoff Odom on a 3rd and 4. He's not going to make it. Good job by Tallahassee's front 7. Jamal Carroll with the stop. He couldn't get the stop on the goal line. And another defensive stand. 4 in a row after 4 straight touchdowns here in the second quarter.
I mean, after those big punches, they realize that they're going to die if they keep taking punches. So they put their guards up, they make the big defensive plays, and as the saying goes, defenses will win championships. And this is not a championship game, I know, but as it has played out, might as well be the championship game.
2 minutes to go in the first half. You know it's the preseason when we're already proclaiming that it should be the championship. You know, hey, we all do it around the league. Yeah, we all do it around the league. It's hard to get away. That is Sprouse on the return, Matthew, and it certainly has that championship-type atmosphere. It doesn't feel like a preseason game, although we are starting to settle in here to the second quarter. I think both teams, Mark, as you're kind of watching this game, it almost feels like both teams felt like maybe they were showing too much of their cards and pulled back a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. And interesting turn of events.
Christensen's pass caught by Gossett, pickup of 8. Second down, stops the clock.
He picks up 8 yards on the play.
It almost feels like the opening few drives where they got touchdowns, and they poked too much, leading to those touchdowns, and now they're putting their guards up, realizing that, you know, they still have to show their defensive mettle in this game.
Second down and 2 at the 32-yard line. 1:49 to go in the first half. The handoff goes to Jay Yola. He's got a first down, but couldn't get away from Avery King. Moves the ball up to the 36-yard line. I do want to address something in the chat room. The last 2 games on Saturdays at Saturday's convention have been moved to Sunday at 12 and 12:30. So we won't have all the rest of the games on Saturday. SFL action will continue on Sunday. That starts with Tallahassee, Indy at 12 and Denver, Vancouver at 12:30. Christensen back to throw on 1st and 10. Quick out route to Gossett. Picks up another 4 and stops the clock. Both teams have all 3 timeouts.
Ken Gossett is doing real good this game. He has 7 of 9 catches, good for 77% of this game, averaging 14.1 yards per carry or per reception.
Christensen, the 105 QBR, he did have that pick that dragged it down, picked off by Nacho Sicario. Second down and 6 for Tallahassee. Christensen drops to throw. Deep drop back. Christensen guns it long. Caught by Wilson down to the 28-yard line, and Tallahassee calls a timeout.
Wilson just found himself open down the field. There was only one other guy there. They convert for the long catch in position for hopefully another touchdown. They are still down, by the way, by 4 points. They still have to get into this game back on top of Queen City.
Achilles Frank, been waiting for the season for months. So happy to have some football action. Thanks for sticking with the long off season. It's all worth it in the end as Christensen steps up to an Iola out of bounds play, a loss of 1. Sometimes the play's so bad you just can't find the words.
Yeah, no words. Well, it's, you know, good defensive effort. That's all I can say.
Good crowd here in Buffalo. It's a 4-point game on 4th of July. 1:08 to go in the second. And out of the gun is Christensen, trying to put up another touchdown on the board. That pass is ruled incomplete. Duke Wilson tried to drag a foot in. Might we see a challenge? That was close.
If that was good, I think that puts him above 150 yards this game. Pretty impressive. No.
No, we're not going to see a challenge, and I'm a little surprised by that. It looked close on the near side. Now it's 3rd and long. in field goal range, but just barely. Christensen going to try it again, and Wilson makes the catch. He went to the exact same play, and Wilson now has 140 yards on 5 grabs.
And a sense of deja vu right there. Only Duke Wilson changing his destiny. He makes the catch, the completion, him up to be in position for another touchdown. I think I said that already, but I'm going with it.
1 minute to go in the first half. Queen City up 4, but Tallahassee trying to hang 30 on them in the first 2 quarters. 3 receivers, and actually that's the fullback, Zach Wood, to the top of the screen. And Christensen will drop and flip out to Anyola, who was looking for a block by the fullback. I don't need your block. First and goal to the 2. Quickly up to the line for Christensen, down to 45 seconds to go in the first half. And back to pass. Christensen, corner, touchdown! Ken Gossett, and Tallahassee regains the lead.
Boy, what another turn of events that makes Ken Gossett's first touchdown this game. Christensen's 3rd passing touchdown. These teams are showing 2 different kinds of offenses. The rushing stellar offense by Queen City and the impeccable passing offense by Tallahassee.
41 seconds left. Time, just enough time for Queen City to score again. It feels like here in the first half.
I think the last 2 drives where they've scored touchdowns only lasted probably just over a minute.
Yeah, it wasn't much, and they got all 3 timeouts to use as well. 31-28, Tallahassee on top of Queen City. Let's pause for a moment for a word from our sponsors.
The Simulation Football League is presented by APM Music and is the official theme music provider of the SFL. Listen to their Champions Will Rise soundtrack at apmmusic.com today and search through thousands of tracks to boost the quality of your stream just like us. APM Music, production music library and custom music house.
Hanging out on 4th of July with all 44 of you. Scott LaRue on stats. Mark Lopez and Cameron Irvine, myself alongside with you. 1st and 10 for Queen City. They're going to stay aggressive. Caswell flips it and tried to squeeze that one in there and broken up nicely by number 59, Danny Atkins. Mark, you still with me? I think Mark's mic may have cut out just a bit.
No, I'm here. Sorry.
Oh, okay. All right, good. No, I may have just not getting you on the other end. So, 2nd and 10 at the 29. Just want to make sure everything's good. Caswell outside. That's Curtis, who's been quiet in the first half. Picks up 4 on his 2nd catch. Stops the clock with 30 seconds to go.
Good defensive stop right there to cover that catch. Yeah, these teams are showing good offenses, good defenses, and it's been a big game of big swings.
30 seconds left here in the first half. Press coverage, and Ash Odom trying to get to the 2nd level. He won't. It's 4th down. Nobody's taking any timeouts, and that may be the final play of the first half.
Yep. And I think as we look forward to the 2nd half, both teams have been doing good things this game so far. Queen City, I think, should still go with what's working for them this game, and that is the running game. But I think there is still much improvement to do that they can do in their passing game. Let's see here, AJ Caswell only 75% in his passing. If he improves that, then I'm sure that they're on pace to win this one. Meanwhile, Tallahassee has been doing real good with their passing game and slightly less good in the running game. Jay Eniola, actually he's still doing good, pretty decent with 12.2 yards per carry, but if you compare it to Ash Odom's incredible 140 yards and 3 touchdowns, then yeah, the difference is a little stark.
Scott LaRue on point with all of those stats here in the first. Tallahassee had 2 turnovers, but still has the lead at the break. Pride 31, Queen City 28. The SFL convention is Friday, July 13th through Sunday, July 15th, with all 10 games of SFL action in week 1. 20 of the 21 teams in action. We'll see New Orleans in week 2. We'll also induct the inaugural Hall of Fame class and just have a lot of fun. Las Colinas, Texas, right around the corner. We'll see many of you there. And if we're not going to see you there this time around, we hope to see you the next time as we kick season 11 off with a bang. This is the Simulation Football League, presented by APM Music on the SFL Network on YouTube. For all league information, visit simulationfl.net, and to join our community, find the Join Discord link. Introduce yourself and start chatting. I have a feeling this is going to be a longer than usual halftime. Mark, got any final words on the first half?
No, I think I've said all I've said, and it's just going to go down, I think, to defense. Who does the better defensive effort at the closing minutes of this game?
Alex Bond doing the dirty work. He leads all tacklers with 6. Mark Lopez, Cameron Irvine, Scott LaRue with you. We're at the 2K Sports Halftime Report with Tallahassee up 3. Preseason action continues next. Start of the third quarter, buckle up. Queen City gets the ball to start the third. Tyree Tate from the 9 returns up to the 28. We've all caught our breath. The handoff goes to Ash Odom. You want some more? I'll give you some more. Odom picks up 6 yards. Now has 146 and 18 carries.
Boy, a little tank. He pushed through 3 defenders, and he won't be denied his 6 yards that drive.
10.5 to go in the third. 2nd down and 4. Tallahassee's up 31-28 in the highest scoring preseason game this week. And we're just getting started. Caswell to throw. Caswell, look at that. Wide open. Good pocket. And finds Chris Curtis for a first down near midfield.
Good out route right there, and good catch. Again, the little plays reward them with the first down, and that's good enough for them. As long as they keep continuing this, they're going to find themselves in the end zone.
Tackle on the outside made by R.J. Manley. 10:05 to go. Tallahassee wearing all white. Queen City wearing all black. Three receivers top of the screen, and the handoff goes to Odom. And Odom will drag a couple of Tallahassee Pride defenders out to the Tallahassee 48-yard line. Manley and Eaton with the stop.
Did I say he's a tank? He is a tank.
Ken Gossett and Duke Wilson have combined for 241 of Christian Christensen's 255 yards passing. 2nd and 7 at the Pride 48-yard line. 2 in the backfield for Caswell, who's 10 of 13. Odom's got a lane, and Odom will find 5 yards. Just outside of field goal range now as Queen City's trying to tie or take the lead again.
Cam, we're talking about Tallahassee's stellar decision last season to choose 4 defensive linemen. It has paid them off. They reached the finals. In this game, it looks like Ash Odom's just blowing by these defensive linemen.
That's a good point, Mark, as Caswell flips it outside to Curtis. First down to the 32. You know, Odom's one of the better running backs in the league. Tallahassee's run defense was a little suspect last year, but Ash Odom, you're right. He's hurting them today.
By the way, good catch that last play.
Curtis now up to 66 yards on 4 grabs. 1st and 10 at the 32. Chris Curtis heating up. 8:20 to go in the 3rd quarter. Queen City on another drive, and the handoff goes to Odom. Picks up 5 yards to the 28. Man, he's getting 5 yards every time.
And he's dragging 2 people every time.
He is, and Queen City's in field goal range. You're right about that, Mark. I mean, it's at least 2.
At least, yeah.
Curtis targeted 7 times, 3 minutes into the 3rd quarter. Corsairs down 3. Handoff Odom again. Looks like a similar play. First down to the 19-yard line. Wrap up there by Tanner Hendricks. The free safety has to come on board. Look at the beautiful sights behind the end zone here at Compro Field.
And he found the opening to the left. He runs it, takes it, and first down.
Queen City, of course, the 4-time champs. Really good write-up by Andy Hamilton recently in the SFL media guide that will be available. Collector's item edition will be available at the convention, and we'll also be selling some digital copies. We have never before seen record books of single season records, single game records, and of course a preview of all the teams and conferences and everything around the league, all of the SFL history, all in one book. And he talked about how the Queen City Corsairs have never gone 3 straight seasons without winning a title. If they don't win in season 11, that would be the first time, as Odom picks up 2. It's 3rd down and 4.
I don't know if this is going to be in your media pack, but an interesting stat about Queen City. They have been a playoff mainstay, but on the times that they have not won the championship, in season 7, season 9, and season 10, they have all lost in the quarterfinals. Huh, something to think about.
Isn't that something? They either win the championship, don't make the playoffs, which only happened once, and Odom's not going to get that first down. First down saving tackle. Really good job by Jamal Carroll to wrap up. And Queen City has a decision to make whether to tie or go for it on 4th and inches. Queen City won the playoffs, or won the championship 4 times, missed the playoff once, and then 5 different times. Is that right, Mark? They lost in the quarters?
I think 4 different times, at least 4 different times.
Oh, so maybe they missed it a 2nd time. Who would have thunk it?
Since being
4th and inches, and Tallahassee jumped offside. That's a catch anyway by the Phantom Dags, so it's going to be 1st and goal for Queen City.
They risked it, and the risk paid off right there. They get their first down. They get 1st and goal.
Number 90, defense.
Offside was on Preston Ingram, the only guy on this defensive line, one of the only guys on the roster that isn't getting big money. And it's 1st and goal for Queen City, and they this is the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. They haven't given it up. They've wasted almost half the clock.
Yeah, and I think if this ends in a touchdown, then it sets them up good into the fourth quarter, where Tallahassee will have to struggle for their own touchdown.
Odom looking a little tired. That's his 26th carry of the day. 177 yards. Hendricks with another stop. 26 carries halfway through the third, but Queen City's had the ball now coming up on 6 minutes. Well, I'll get to my point in a minute. Odom going to get another carry. Pushing forward for a touchdown, Ash Odom. Not too tired to get touchdown number 4.
Cam, I think he was pushed forward by Tallahassee. I hope we get a replay of that. Here we go. Gets pushed from behind by Tallahassee.
Wow.
Boy.
That looked like that was Kevin Bain. Big number 95 gave Odom the momentum he needed, and Queen City takes the lead. Good catch, Mark.
Yeah, is this the own goal of American football?
Yeah, I suppose it is. I can't think of what else it would be. Extra point is good. 35-31.
That makes it the 7th lead change.
I believe so. Yeah, just crazy. It was 10-7, 14-10, 17-14. I mean, just starting to lose count, but I believe it is 7. Wild, absolute wild. Frank Gooden, Kevin Bain walks to the sideline. He says, "You just had to get that tackle. He just had to get it." Ken Gossett returning kicks now that Billy Joe Black is out of service.
And not a bad.
That could be a dangerous.
Yeah.
Could be a dangerous wild card later.
First and 10.
5:03 to go in the third. What a ball game. Just taking it all in. Beautiful night here in Buffalo. Beautiful 4th of July night. As Christensen drops to throw. Deep ball, middle, caught Wilson to the Queen City 46. 6 catches, 8 targets on this 84-degree Wednesday evening.
Yeah, and you see right there why Christensen and Duke Wilson have been at it. His favorite receiver from last season is back. They're both back. And, you know, they make the good plays. They make the big plays.
4:45 to go in the third. 1st and 10 at the Queen City 46. The car is exhausted from getting started on all these drives. Christensen hit as he threw. Deep ball, got it away and overthrew it as he put too much on it trying to get it out to Gus at 2nd down.
Yeah, it was good defensive pressure. They got to him as he was throwing it, and that caused him to overthrow that ball. Great defensive effort by Queen City.
Update on the numbers. Caswell 12 of 15, 144 yards and a touchdown. Christensen 18 of 28, 279 yards, 3 touchdowns and a pick. Jay Agnola 111 yards. He's only had 9 carries. Ash Odom has 27 carries in the game as Christensen now goes near side to Gossett for a pickup of 7. So Gossett continues to get the targets. 13th target of the day.
Yeah, and he's been accurate this game. Well, 19 of 29, good for 65%.
4:20 to go in the third. Preseason action here on the SFL Network on YouTube, heading into Season 11, which is now just 9 days away. 3rd down and 3. Christensen, 3-step drop. Look at the time, and Christensen delivers a dime. Gossett, catch number 10.
And Christensen, boy, he's averaging 14.7 yards per completion. That is big.
.348 to go, third quarter. Back to pass. Christensen, deep drop, backfires. And again, overshoots Duke Wilson, but is probably fortunate because Queen City had really good coverage down the middle.
That was actually good coverage, and I think they were impeding him so that he doesn't run his route well. You see there that Christensen thought that Duke Wilson's going to make it, and obviously he didn't. He was several yards off.
3:41 to go, third quarter. Second down and 10. Ball at the Queen City 32-yard line. A wild one between two top teams historically in the SFL. Christensen got just leveled, and he makes the completion to Ken Gossen to the 8-yard line. One of the best plays, if not the best of the day. A rocket from Christensen.
That is the second time this game where he catches the ball despite 3 defenders on him.
Wow. I mean, that was triple coverage beauty. Incredible. Incredible. First and goal at the 8. Christensen again floats a fade for a touchdown to Duke Wilson. And we have our 8th lead change of the evening.
And they're playing the passing game excellently this game. That's his 4th passing touchdown.
Duke Wilson, get those toes in, son. 172 yards and 3 touchdowns on 7 receptions. Tallahassee retakes the lead again. We have had more points in this game than we've had in any of the other preseason games this week, and we're still in the third quarter.
It's an offensive slugfest.
Extra point is good. 3:12 to go in the third. This is the SFL Network. We'll be right back.
Follow the SFL on Twitter at SimulationFL, on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels. You're already here, right? Might as well stay tuned. Get league updates on your phone while browsing the internet, and make sure you never miss a live broadcast. Thank you for supporting the SFL.
9 Tate on the return up to the 28-yard line. Look at the updated numbers. A.J. Caswell throws it over the middle, caught by Chris Curtis. That's a first down to the 44.
And almost tipped by the Tallahassee defender. But good throw. It weaves through that defender's hands, makes the catch. And it's Chris Curtis. As he said, he's picking up fire this second half.
Curtis now 5 catches for 82 yards. 2:48 to go in the third. Queen City trying to hit the 40-point mark. Corsairs not known for lighting up the scoreboard necessarily, but they sure are doing a good job hanging with Tallahassee, and they played last year in a shootout on a rainy night in Buffalo. As Caswell drops the throw, fires it down the middle of the field to their tight end to the Tallahassee 40, first down.
That was a good effort by, we shall call him, Dogs.
It took me a minute. I was reading the chat and I thought, what did Mark just say? Oh, I get it. I get it. First and 10 of the 40. Caswell back to pass, and Caswell all day to throw. Deep ball down the field, tipped up and almost caught. Pass incomplete with less than 2 minutes to go in the third, and Hendricks on the coverage.
He had a chance to recover the tip ball, but that's the shape of the football. It's not a round ball. It makes the catch difficult. And boy, that was a close one.
Second and 10, a rare incompletion for A.J. Caswell. 14 of 18, 176 yards. Odom's got 180 rushing yards, so it just extremely balanced. Queen City has been today. Tallahassee's thrown 33 times, rushed 9 times. Handoff goes to Odom. Odom around the right side gets a block, and Odom picks up 6. Third and 4, averaging 6.6 yards a carry. Bond with another tackle.
You know what they say, success is to those who give themselves the opportunity. So Odom keeps positioning himself in the way of this so that he can get an opportunity to make big runs like that. He positions himself for the successful plays.
3rd down and 4. Back to pass, Caswell. All day. Caswell, middle, caught. 10-5 down to the 4. Dogs with the reception.
Good stuff right there. As you said, it's this balanced play that is catching Tallahassee off guard. Are they going to pass? Are they going to run? They have run most of the times, but when they do pass, they get big yards. 1st and goal.
Let's go. I like how you didn't even address the Dogs' reception.
Yeah.
Just that's what it's supposed to be, and
it is accepted. We will accept it as
first and goal at the 4. Deep drop back from 4 yards away. Caswell gets away from the sack. Oh, and trying to catch the ball on the sideline is Hudson, who's been very quiet since the 1st quarter. Bain was applying more pressure, and Queen City inches away from hanging 40.
I don't know if that is composure or good awareness, but Caswell just avoids that one defender who was rushing him. He lets go of the pass, and his pass was on target. Just unable to complete.
Handoff Odom, touchdown, number 5. It is just like, it's just easy for Odom. He does it in his sleep. 5 touchdowns in the preseason.
Boy, he's gonna be sad that this isn't official stats, because boy, oh boy, that is almost MVP numbers, MVP level numbers.
Wow, 45 seconds to go in the 3rd, 41-38. And Mark, I think these 2 teams are ready for the regular season. What do you think?
They are definitely regular for the regular season. A little bit brushing up on their defense, and I'm sure that these teams are going to find themselves in the playoffs again.
That is the 9th lead change. Good job by Tristan Carr keeping track. 5 touchdowns for Ash Odom, 190 yards. By the way, you can find this out in the media guide, by the way, available to purchase. Coming up here at the convention and with a digital copy. How many times in SFL history have we had a 300-yard running back in a game? That'll be some trivia to keep the chat moving. As Ken Gossett still on a return, boy. Up to the 31-yard line. He almost got away. In for Billy Joe Black, who got hurt earlier in the game. 40 seconds left for Tallahassee, back down by 4.
And boy, I thought this is the 4th quarter. Nope, we're still in the 3rd quarter, guys.
Here are the other finals from around the league. Indy 27-24 over Mexico City. They played 2 overtimes yesterday.
2 overtimes, boy.
Christensen deep and knocked away. Really good defense down the field. That was Oscar Dunkley, the rookie, hanging with Ken Gossett.
Yeah, that was good defense indeed. And if you want to pressure the superstar catcher in Ken Gossett, then that's what you do. That's what he did. And yeah, he stops the play.
Other preseason scores: London 37-7 over Denver. Carolina tops the Lobos 20-10. Vegas over Tulsa 35-21, and a really strong debut for Thomas Rahman. And the New Orleans Pharaohs hung tough to the defending champs, but fell at the eye 17-14. Christensen in trouble. That's an 8-yard loss, and Duffy gets in there to clean up the mess.
That is good defense indeed. Yeah, good pressure. He just evades his blocker and makes the crucial sack.
Preseason action coming up tomorrow. The Baltimore Vultures at the Atlanta Swarm at 2 o'clock, and at 6, the Oklahoma City Renegades, the new look. Oklahoma City Renegades at the San Francisco Sharks. 3rd down and 18, doubleheader on YouTube. Join us, please, as Duke Wilson makes another grab for a 1st down, and that ends the 3rd quarter. What a shootout. here at Compro Field, the historical Compro Field. They ain't seen much like this in 10 seasons of the SFL. This is the SFL Network on YouTube, presented by APM Music.
Boy, Duke Wilson, he is averaging 25 yards this game. Those are big numbers. By the way, in the last 2 games versus Queen City, Duke Wilson, 469 total yards. I think he might just add that up and make it to 750 total yards against QCC.
Looks like he's going to get there, picks up another 9 yards, and Duke Wilson now 4 yards away. Actually, did just cross over the 200-yard mark.
Wow, yeah.
205 yards on 9 grabs. Scott LaRue all over it on our stats team as the handoff goes to Yola on a counter, and really good job was that. That was Leroy Jenkins making the play, shedding a block, and then wrapping up in Yola.
Good stuff. And again, he just does a few carries, but again, right over there, he makes a crucial one. Grabs the first down. I think that's the 3rd carry he did that netted a first down.
Christian Samuel inside route to Wilson. Another 5 yards. Wrapped up by Richie Phillips. 210 yards on 10 receptions for Duke Wilson in this wild and wacky preseason game here on the 4th of July. Three receivers, handoff, Yola. On a block on the edge, Yola. Just shy of the first down to the 31-yard line, 120 yards and 1 touchdown. Yola's updated numbers. Listening for cheers, not going to get much here.
That's a good effort by him. Again, he makes few carries, but he makes crucial plays. Almost getting the first down that one.
3rd down and inches. 4 receivers in an empty set. Surprising formation here for Tallahassee, but they're pretty confident. Pride. Pass. Oh, it's off the hands. May have been distracted by an arm that flew in there, and Yola was the intended receiver. And that's a tough break for the Pride. Let's see if they're going to go for it here.
They might go for it. I think they're one of the few teams last season who kept going for 4th downs, and I don't think they are.
Well, you never can guess right, can you? From 48 yards away. Not you specifically, Mark.
No, well,
I would never say that on the air. 48-yard field goal here for Richard Douglas to make it a 1-score game, and the Pride can't do it.
Oh,
Way
no.
right.
Well, they still have a lot of opportunities. They have to make a stop. But if I'm Queen City,
Horrible kick.
If I'm Queen City, I'm gonna go again with the running play, kill that time, kill that clock, and come away with the win.
That just barely hit the net.
Barely.
On the right side. That was way to the right. Not a good effort there from Richard Douglas, and now Queen City's got just a little bit more momentum and a big stop on that 3rd down. Basically on Inyola's drop. I couldn't see who got a hand in the face of Inyola, who was trying to make that catch. Caswell going for it all. Has Curtis. Curtis, 25, breaks a tackle inside the red zone to the 18-yard line. Tackle made by Matthew Strauss. First down, Queen City, and Curtis is over 100 yards.
He has lit himself on fire. Players like this, I used to call a grilled lizard. You know, he's a cold-blooded beast, and he's on fire.
I can honestly say, I don't think I could even pull that off. Mark, a grilled lizard?
I guess I could have just called him a grilled Komodo or something.
That's all right. Yeah,
grilled Komodo.
It works for you. It would work. 1st and 10 at the Tallahassee 18-yard line, and Odom picks up 3. You know, Mark, people are nice to you. You know, they'll give you the benefit of the doubt on anything. They'll listen. They'll listen to the description. If I would have said it, they just would have told me to shut up.
Well, I mean, I've only cast it twice, so I'll take all the benefit of doubt that I can.
Doesn't sound like it, buddy. 2nd and 7 at the Tallahassee 15. This one's going to be hard to top. 8 minutes to go in the 4th. Caswell back to pass. Caswell fires into the end zone. Wide open touchdown. Tyree Tate! Queen City takes the largest lead of any team today.
That might have been a defensive lapse on Tallahassee's end. A wide receiver in the end zone. Boy, that is very unacceptable. The coach is going to be mad at the Tallahassee defense. Right there, wide open. And as you said, yeah, the biggest lead of any team. This puts Tallahassee at 1 touchdown. No, I think they need 2 touchdowns for the win.
Backs against the wall for the Pride here as they were the better team for a large part of this game, but Queen City has played a near flawless game. 193 rushing yards, 265 passing yards, no turnovers. Caswell only has 5 incompletions, 2 touchdowns and no picks, and it's 49-38.
Tough break for Tallahassee. They're gonna have to make 2 touchdowns, so they have to either, and I think they can, because they've been doing long yards in their passing game. They've been grabbing long yards, and I do hope they can do it. I do hope they can mount a comeback right here.
You're so spoiled. You just want more.
Yes.
More touchdowns. Let's make history. How about Ken Gossett? Almost did. Then takes a stiff shoulder in the side. That was Jack Thomas on the tackle. He's got 5 of those, and he was the one that forced that fumble from Sprouse in the first quarter.
Remember in halftime when I said they were on pace for 50 points? Well, 49 points and counting.
7:52 to go in the fourth. 4 wide, empty backfield. But Tallahassee just not going to give this up. Christensen long, got a man. That's Gossett. First down to the Queen City 42. This is epic.
And that's what I'm saying. Their completions are 4 long yards. I think, let's see here. Looking at the stats, Queen City, whenever they go with Ash Odom, he's grabbed it in 6.4 yards. Whenever Christensen makes a completion, it's an average 14 yards. So they can. There is an opportunity to make the comeback.
7:30 to go in the fourth. First and 10 at the Queen City 42-yard line. And Christensen drops to throw. Christensen out to Inyola. Stops on a dime and gets rid of a defender. Picks up 9 to the 32.
Oh boy, Inyola just dumps that man like an ex-girlfriend.
Apparently Wednesday's trash day.
Yeah.
7:20 to go in the fourth. What a burst from Jay Inyola. That is his 4th catch. He also has 120 yards on 11 carries. Second down and 1 from the 32. Hand off to Jay. Jay gets a block. Jay first down to the 28-yard line. Inyola gets Tallahassee back in the field goal range.
I mean, we don't give much credit to the defensive line, but yeah, they made that big opening for Jay Inyola. But again, good defensive effort to stop that run.
6:50 to go in the fourth quarter. First down and 10 at the 28-yard line, 4 wide, 2 either side for Christensen. Out of the nickel, Queen City back to pass. Christensen all day, time running out, and the pass just out ahead of Jay Inyola as the pressure from Phillips and company got to number 13 just in the nick of time.
Yeah, and you said it, good pressure by the defensive man. Christensen's blockers were a little too slow on protecting that pocket, and it collapsed. And it's one of those plays where whenever he's pressured, he either overthrows or just misses the pass entirely.
Second down, Christensen running out of time and goes down in a heap at the 36-yard line. Sack from Tommy Smith.
Oh boy, that was a powerful sack as well. And yeah, he just evades his blocker right there. Very athletic. Brings Christensen down. Christensen needs a miracle to keep this drive going.
Memorable sack takes Tallahassee out of field goal range. That is the 2nd sack for Queen City today. Christensen on 3rd down and long. Dumps it short. And Inyola's not going anywhere. And they're going to be outside of field goal range. And they're probably going to have to punt this away.
They will. Trying to convert for 4th and 17. yeah, they're just going to punt it. I think if I'm Tallahassee, just pin them down on the end zone, and yeah, it's a tough call.
I mean, even though you're putting them in a position to be in a long field, if they can get the stop, this is a really good punt. Great job by the Pride. Down to the 5-yard line. Nice boot.
And this is when Tallahassee has to show their defensive prowess. They have their 4-star defensive lineman, and I think they're going to have to seal off all running routes and pressure the pocket of Queen City.
1st and 10 at the 5. That was Howard McCoy on that nice punt. They pin him down deep, but Queen City has shown no signs of being able to be stopped no matter where they are on the field. Example A, Ash Odom picks up 11 yards for a first down to the 16 to get them out of their own shadow.
And Ash Odom is carrying this team on his back. Man, what a workhorse. He has been consistent all game. He has shown no signs of, fatigue. Boy.
It's going to be real interesting to see what these two teams look like in week 1 when the pressure gets in the competition really gets turned up a notch. This is just preseason here. Just having fun as Ash Odom can't pick up anything. A couple of guys, including Taekwon Hale, on the stop, and Tallahassee needs to get that ball back and quick.
Yeah, I agree. They're going to have to make, they have under 5 minutes to make 2 touchdowns, and it's going to be through their defense that they get the stop or that they get the ball back.
2nd down and 10 of the 16. 4 wide, 3 to the left side for Caswell. Hand off again to Ash Odom. Ash Odom, I think he got rid of 2 people at the same time.
I think so, yeah.
No gain on the play, but Ash Odom's doing things we've never seen before. That was his 33rd carry.
He just pancakes them, and yeah, I mean, no yards gained, but still showing who the alpha dog is.
4:10 to go in the 4th. This is a critical 3rd down for Tallahassee. Of course, we're hyping up the stakes because there really aren't any. But Tallahassee would love to win the game. Hand off to Odom, and Odom's not going anywhere. So really nice stand there by the Pride. In on the tackle first is Jeff Eaton, and it's 4th down, and a rare sighting for Ricky Matthews today. Will come out and punt it away, and does Tallahassee still have any life left?
That is a good question. They are going to have to claw back. Again, I keep saying it, they need 2 touchdowns, but that's the sad truth of this story. It's a big, it's a big hurdle they have to climb.
3.5 to go in the 4th. Don't forget, tomorrow, 2 o'clock, Baltimore and Atlanta, followed by Oklahoma City and San Francisco at 6 o'clock. Right here on the SFL Network on YouTube all week long until we get ready for the SFL's 11th season, kicking off Friday, July 13th on the Twitch front page. Right after the Hall of Fame ceremony, 3:14 to go in the 4th. And Christian Christensen has 2 possessions left, if that, in his pocket.
Yeah, he has to use his time well. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry, Mark. Christensen back to throw. He's going long, wide open. Ken Gossett burns the corner, and a touchdown-saving tackle made by Zane Doty.
And Ken Gossett was he had an opportunity to break the tackle as well, but that's good. It still sets them up for another touchdown. I think they're still in it.
And quickly, Christensen with time against a blitz. Touchdown, Pride. Ken Gossett with touchdown number 2, and Christensen with touchdown number 5.
And that is just in 30 seconds, a touchdown. Boy.
2:51 to go and all 3 timeouts. I don't even know if you have to onside kick, and they're going to go for 2.
I think, yeah.
This may be the difference.
They need to go for 2 and a field goal to tie the game.
3 receivers for Christensen. Going to hand it off to Yola on the counter, going nowhere.
No.
Bad play. Avery King was all over it. Now Tallahassee needs 7, and now we probably will see the onside kick.
Yeah, terrible decision to go for the run, and the blockers were not able to open up a route for Neola. Good read by the defense.
So here we go, Tallahassee. Still all 3 timeouts in the 2-minute warning, but they haven't gotten a lot of stops on Queen City today. The onside kick is low and recovered and still going. Recovering the onside kick to the 24-yard line. A beautiful play. And Queen City's in field goal range. Gibson, Morris Gibson, and that's not how you draw it up.
No, and it almost looks like Tallahassee has just sealed their own fate with that one. I would have gone with a long punt, pinned them in the end zone, and their last drive, they were able to get a stop in 2 minutes and then get a touchdown 30 seconds.
And off to Odom, picks up 3. The saving grace for Tallahassee is if they can force a field goal and keep it a 1-score game. There's the updated running back numbers. Odom and Yola have been ferocious today. That clock keeps ticking.
Let's go. 2nd and 7.
What a wild preseason game with Scott LaRue on stats and Mark Lopez on the color. Ron Cameron Irvine, 2:16 to go. All 3 timeouts for Tallahassee. They're saving them. And these next few plays could be ball game here as the handoff goes to Odom around the left side. Odom gets rid of 1, gets rid of 2. Alex Bond makes the tackle eventually after Odom sent everyone to the nurse's office.
That's 6 defenders, 5 or 6 defenders. He blows through 2 and gets stopped by 3. He's a beast, man.
2 minutes to go. This is the SFL Network on YouTube, presented by APM Music.
Ash Odom. He just turned everyone to ash.
3rd down and 5 at the 19. Odom, a whopping 36 carries. Caswell's only passed 22 times. 3rd down and 5 at the 19. Number 37 for Odom. Odom's got a 1st down, and that could be the ball game.
That could be it. Yes. There's not much I can see that the Tallahassee defense can do. They have so little time left, yeah.
Odom looks great. I mean, he looks like the guy that we saw last season and the guy that we saw in the Pro Bowl. It's hard to win the MVP of the Pro Bowl, and that was Ash Odom. And, I mean, he just looks incredible. Watch out, Ray Bentley.
Watch out, AJ.
This guy
Yeah.
is-
AJ Francis. Him and AJ Francis are going to be the top gunners for the best runner of the year.
I think so, Mark, and that's another pickup of 7 down to the 6, 2nd and 3. Tallahassee burning timeouts. They're desperate at this point to hold them to 3. Queen City, 7 touchdowns, 0 turnovers. You don't see that every day. That's unbelievable. Tallahassee's 2 top receivers, both are over 200 yards. 3 different skill players have over 200 yards in this game. 2nd and 3 at the Tallahassee 6. Split backs, handoff, trap, and Odom somehow fought his way for a 1.5, and then EJ DeQ pops up and calls Tallahassee's last timeout.
And yeah, I got no words for that play. It's as Queen City has, planned out. Ash Odom just run the ball, run strong, run deep, get yards, and that's what he's been doing this game.
3rd and 1 at the 4. Warren Murray, too. Good point by the chat. Had a really good season last year. Houston poised to do big things. Handoff Odom on the count on a 3rd down and 1. And Odom trying to find the hole. And this time, Kevin Bain said, I will stay out of the way. I do not want to push him forward. 4th down. Tallahassee gets the stop.
Yeah, and they have 1.5 minutes to make this a tie game.
Can you imagine? We've already had 2 overtime games in the first 5. Wild.
What a wild game.
21-yard field goal for Queen City. And Matthews, all the time in the world, knocks it through. The legendary Compro Field is, man, they're really getting a treat.
Yeah, they got their money's worth for buying tickets for this game.
1:02 to go in the fourth quarter. And Tallahassee has a chance with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to potentially send us to our third overtime game in 6 preseason affairs, with 5 more preseason games to go. Ken Gossett return up to the 26-yard line. And a shout out to Shan Varner. Him and his wife celebrating their 19th wedding anniversary today.
Wow.
With a movie and a dinner tonight. Getting married on 4th of July. That's awesome. So congratulations to Shan Varner.
Yeah, congratulations to him.
52-44. Christensen trying to give us some more of this 4th of July magic. Christensen, deep ball. Going long, caught wide open! Duke Wilson! 2010 with time to spare! Ba-bow! Touchdown, Tallahassee!
Oh baby, Cam! Is this it? Are we getting another double over?
By the way, the record for points scored in a game was that Houston, Oklahoma City 61-59 shootout. That was a few seasons ago. If anybody's wondering, Dwayne Schindler asked in the chat. And Tallahassee needs a 2-point play.
This is the most crucial play of the game. Boy, it's going to be... Let's see what Tallahassee decide to go with. They were not successful in the run play last attempt. And let's go.
3 receivers. Christensen handed off again to Ayola. Got it! Tie game! Wow. I have no words. I can't believe this.
Boy, oh, man, Cam, if you can see me, I'm just... Oh boy. This is only my second game as a professional analyst, and what game?
What was that last part, Mark? 5 seconds to go. Kyrie Tate up to the 30. Quick stat update. Caswell 17 of 22, 265 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Christensen 31 of 45, 525 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Ash Odom 40 carries, 227 yards, and 5 scores. Jay Yola 12 carries, 124 yards, and a touchdown. Duke Wilson has 284 receiving yards and 4 scores. Gossett with 217 and 2. Caswell with all 3 timeouts, steps up in the pocket, ball pops up in the air, and it's incomplete.
Well, that was a good defensive effort by Tallahassee defense. They pressured that pocket. That was a rare, AJ Caswell has been very accurate on his passes. They have to force him to make bad ones. And that's how the Tallahassee defense were able to get the last 2 stops.
2nd and 10 in this preseason battle. Tied at 52. Caswell in trouble. Caswell picked up and thrown down by Taekwon Hale. Hale gets his 2nd sack of the day.
Wow. Cam, I wouldn't be surprised if after Tallahassee gets this stop, they will have 15 seconds to make their play and they make the touchdown on their first possession. That's not a long shot.
36 seconds left. One of the highest scoring games in league history, but it's not even going to count. Empty backfield, 4 wide for Caswell. These teams don't play each other in the regular season. Caswell's pass is caught. How did that get complete? But it's 1 yard short of the first down for Chris Curtis. So now it's 4th down and 1. And we might have overtime.
We might, yeah.
And they're going to punt it. And unless Tallahassee's got something special, we've got our 3rd overtime game in 6 games here in the SFL preseason. Oh, Queen City's going to punt it. Why would you even attempt that. Tallahassee, can they get a return going? They cannot.
Nope.
That is the end of regulation. Tallahassee Pride, 52. Queen City Corsairs, 52. This is the SFL Network on YouTube, and we're headed for bonus football again. Good.
Yes, it is. Will be one toss. Let's receive.
First team to score wins, and Tallahassee wins the toss. From the 10-yard line, it's Gossett. Gossett up to the 30, hasn't done much in the return game, taking over for Black. Scott LaRue doing an incredible job on stats today, the head of the stats team. And Mark Lopez here on just his second called game in SFL history. And he's getting a show.
Yeah, it's an honor. It's a great honor to be casting this one. It's just a preseason, but I already feel, you know, the intensity of the regular season.
10-30 sidearm throw to Wilson, picks up just 2. But Christensen does well to get that ball out of there. 32nd completion of the day. But Baltimore and Atlanta, along with Oklahoma City and San Francisco, have a lot to live up to tomorrow. 2nd and 8 from the 31. Christensen, deep drop, fires it out. Inyola, and Jay Inyola looking for some yards. He gets shoved out of bounds after a gain of 4. And boy, if Queen City could come up with a 3 and out to start overtime, that'd be something.
Yeah, and an attempt to lower the shoulder and break those tackles was not very fruitful, and he just gets down to the 4th yard before the first down.
2 receivers and 2 backs on a 3rd down and 4 in an exhausting game from Compro Field here in Buffalo. Christensen will pass against a late 4-man rush. That's short of first down, and a really good tackle on the sideline made by Sicario as Wilson tried to stretch the ball out past the sticks, and he was pushed into the grass.
I agree. That was a great defensive effort to stop that catch, stop that play. Man, and Duke Wilson has been making all these plays, catching the ball, spinning against his defender, getting extra yards. It was a good stop.
4th down and 1, and Tallahassee punts it away. Hudson on the return, still just the 2 catches he had in the first quarter. 9:31 to play.
And I think in this long slugfest, it's going to be the defenses who are going to be the ones making the key plays and tire out the offense.
First down and 10 at the 29-yard line, and A.J. Caswell's pass down the middle, caught by Curtis. First down to the 43.
Boy, oh boy, A.J. Caswell, he's an accurate player, accurate sniper, 75%. All his incompletions were times when he was pressured, times when he overthrew. When he isn't pressured, he makes a good pass. He makes a completion. First down for Queen City.
Bond wraps him up. 9:10 to go in overtime. All square at 52, and this is one for the books to watch on demand. 3 receivers for A.J. Caswell. And Caswell drops to throw. Caswell fires down the middle, caught. First down. The Tallahassee 43 will pick up a 14 yards. That's Tate over the middle.
And that's a very similar play to the last one. And, you know, it pays off. It paid them off, rewarded them for another first down.
Queen City is knocking on the door. First down at the Tallahassee 43-yard line. Back to pass. Caswell after Curtis, turning the corner. Curtis just shy of the first down and now right on the outside edges of field goal range.
And it wouldn't be too surprising if Queen City gets the first touchdown of this play, of this overtime. By the pace that this game is going, boy, I'm not even surprised if they make 2 more touchdowns.
8:18 to go. Wouldn't it be something if Tallahassee could force their first turnover of the day? They have not been able to stop Queen City much today. 2 backs, 2 receivers. Odom, first down to the 30. Dragged down from behind. Otherwise, that may have been a touchdown. And Odom's up to 231 yards. His average has gone down today to under 6. But he's looked a little tired in the fourth quarter and overtime.
Yeah, I think the defense of Tallahassee will have to take this opportunity to slow him down. And in the meantime, AJ Caswell will exploit this. Well, not on this specific play, but AJ Caswell can exploit this defense by making longer passes, and that's what he has done the past few possessions of this overtime.
Odom picks up 3. Queen City has only attempted 1 field goal today. They made it a chip shot from 22 yards away. So we're not clear on the distance and the preparedness of their kicker. Caswell, deep ball, and almost intercepted. Oh, Tallahassee's Tanner Hendricks had a chance to turn this game on its back and could not make the pick.
He did not have the miracle hands to make the pick, but still good defensive effort by the Tallahassee defense. It was a triple man coverage, I think, and they got a good stop on that one.
3 receivers, 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom, ball on the right hash. 3rd down and 7. Caswell 3-step drop. They all run short routes. That's to get him into better field goal range. And it's Hudson on the catch, his 3rd. And this will be a 39-yard field goal to win it for Queen City in the preseason.
Boy, oh boy.
Number 3 will come in to attempt a field goal from the 21-yard line. Number 8 will hold the kick.
Doesn't matter if it's preseason or regular season, you always want to win. And Queen City can do just that with Ricky Matthews off his left foot from 39 yards away. The snap is bad, but the hold is good, and the kick is good, and the game is over. 6:26 left in overtime, and that's how it ends. Queen City 55 and Tallahassee 52.
Wow. What a game, Cam. What a game. It is just a preseason, but we have seen the highs that we can see in this league. Boy, oh boy.
What a job by Scott LaRue on stats. Here are the final numbers. AJ Caswell, 22 of 29, 325 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Ash Odom, 42 carries, 235 yards, and 5 touchdowns. Christian Christensen, 34 of 48. 34-48 for 530 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Jay Anyola, 12 carries, under 24 yards, and a score. Duke Wilson, 13 catches on 16 targets, 285 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Ken Gossett, 14 catches on 19 targets, 217 yards, and 2 scores. And Chris Curtis on the other end, 9 catches, 168 yards, and Dupree Hudson and Kyrie Tate each had a touchdown. What a ball game, Mark.
Indeed, and I'd say both teams were evenly matched. I think it was the luck of the draw. Queen City got the first possession. They got the correct coin flip. And we'll see if Lady Luck is going to be on their side for the rest of it. Although kudos to Tallahassee. Wonderful showing by both teams. Man, I'm not going to be in the convention, but I look forward to watching those first week games.
What was your favorite play of the day, Mark?
My favorite, it's got to be the one where, who was it? That Tallahassee, was it Jay Anyola? He was pushed from behind, or was it AJ Castle or Ash Odom? He was pushed from behind to get a touchdown.
Yeah, that was Anyola, or no, that was Odom. You're right.
Yeah, that was an interesting turn of events. And I am unsure. It looked like when the first tackle blocked him, that would have put them just 4th and goal or 3rd and goal, giving Tallahassee another opportunity for the stop and maybe just going for a field goal. But you know, that's how the game unfolded, and it's a preseason. There's a bunch of positives to look forward to for the team, and I hope so. I hope that they dwell on their positives and build on their weaknesses so that they can be the same team, the same championship game team they were last season.
My favorite play was the triple coverage to Gossett. When Christensen got nailed. That was a tremendous catch.
Good pick, yeah.
Tremendous catch. Well, for Scott LaRue on stats, Mark Lopez on the color, I'm your play-by-play commentator, Cameron Irvine, who did not suspect I'd get such a treat. But Damon Simeon, who couldn't make it, who had a great call yesterday, gave us the opportunity, so we took advantage of it here at SFL HQ. What a game. Loading legends, no doubt about it. Doubleheader tomorrow, preseason action as the week rolls on. Woo! Take a breath. Happy 4th of July, everybody. For all of us at the Simulation Football League and the SFL Network. See you later, everybody.